Today, we play Best of One.
The only one in Best of One.
What? Genius axes!
Ta-da!
Eurian. This is Standard. Hello, and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and just yesterday I was talking about playing control decks without blue, and then I found this deck on the untap.gg app, overlay thing, website, where it said that this deck put up a 62% win rate the other day, and I'm like, you know what? I like 62% win rates. I also like getting those types of win rates without playing mono red, so I wanted to try the deck out. It has a lot of things in common with the black-white deck, but it doesn't rely on planeswalkers in the same way. Instead, this is a poison control deck. It wins typically by poisoning the opponent with the Mirrex tokens and the White Sun's Twilight poison might tokens, but the rest of the time it's an up the beanstalk deck that relies on this to draw cards, and then you get extra value off your sweepers that you cast, but also off your marches. There are 4 marches of Wretched Sorrow and 4 marches of Otherworldly Light that you can play with your up the beanstalk on the battlefield to draw more cards. One of the more interesting cards that I've never tried before in this list is Expel the Interlopers. This lets you choose a number between 0 and 10 and destroy all creatures with power greater than or equal to the chosen number. I was pretty sure I would cut this card quickly and run Farewell or Path to Peril or something like that you might already be typing about in the comments. But instead what I found is that this card is really sweet. When you can set it up to make a couple of your Mirrex tokens, the opponent puts out some blockers, you cast Expel the Interlopers, you name numbers like 2 or higher, and you blow up all their things and you get in for more poison. It actually tilted the game pretty well, and I was really impressed with this card. One change I'd also consider is an Ironcrag in the deck instead of one of the Celestis, but Celestis is such a nice card, and it's been helpful in so many spots, I can't complain too much. The Commune with Spirits is very interesting. At first, you're like, there aren't that many enchantments. You can get a Virtue of Persistence, or you can get one of your Beanstalks, which I think is the big winner. You really want to commune into Beanstalk. But the rest of the time, commune helps you find lands, and there are lands that you really want to get. You have Boseiju and you have Iganjo, which can be very useful, but you also have 4 Restless Cottage and 4 Mirrex, which are sneaky win cons in the deck. So commune helping you find more of those is actually really useful and not to be overlooked. The deck is a bit surprising. I was impressed, and I'm excited to show you the games with it because it has a different play pattern that is, I think it just sets people a little they're not at ease when you just start making Mirrex tokens from turn 4 onward, not worried very much about drawing cards or really doing anything else, and blowing up every single thing they play while keeping the March of the Mites going. So let's enjoy this toxic control deck. Let's dive in and let this nonsense begin. On the play, Beanstalk. Let's do it. Cottage to cottage. Plaza, Craig. What are you on? And do I need to just exile that? I don't think so. Let's just set up with our Field of Ruin and be patient. See what they've got. But what do you field? The cottage or the plaza? I feel like we can play around plaza okay. Giving them the basics test might be interesting. 2 cottage and a Dread Knight. Okay. Let's get that exiled. Let the Mirrex begin. What are they doing? Boseiju. So far, so good. What is happening? I don't understand. All right, we'll keep going. Celestis off the top. You gonna power up a cottage in the face of a field of ruin? You are? Okay. I know what I'm doing. I totally know how my cards work. Opponent floats. We all float down here. Black, black, green, green, white, white. It's all there. I guess I'll get black. And basics test? Wow, they have room for basics with all this silliness, I would say. All right, take some damage. I guess I'll play out this Boseiju and not play the Celestis, because I'm not sure what's going on with them, but I know that the Mirix tokens are causing them to have a reaction. It's going to be the most exciting match ever. Look at them trying. Look at them trying to block. All right, they might have a make disappear for this, right? So if I do that, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have 3 left over. Okay. And that's a draw from the beanstalk. Commune. Cottage down. Let's go get a land probably. Another beanstalk is really good. Another cottage though. Beanstalk. We might get this make disappeared, but let's get it out of their hand. Nope, no make disappear. What is their deck doing? We're living our best life. Malicious malfunction. Yeah. So they're another kind of bizarro control deck, I'd say. But we'll just double Mirix until they die. Maybe make them answer it, right? The Jarnies. In 2 turns, they have a blocker. Easy, indeed. Beanstalk on 2. We'll go from there. Up we go. Green source located. Esper Control, huh? Might give them the basics test. A lot of responsible deck building lately, though. Basics test hasn't helped too much. And what we often do in the spot like this is give them 4 mana to play a Wandering Emperor or something. So we don't. Let's do the Mirix thing. It's what we are here to do. No response from our opponent yet, which is good. Let's get to the point where we can march an opposing Wandering Emperor.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
Thinking. So we can cut down the token and then keep our Mirix pressure on, but they just make another token, and then we have to march the Emperor anyway. I think we just let our token die.
Keep watch for intruders.
So we can do this. And draw a card. Because this matchup is usually about cards.
For this?
We can mop this up anytime, and we can make more Mirix tokens kind of anytime. All right, they don't have another Emperor yet. Have to Very. Okay, that's on 4. But, oh, they're going to make the creature. Okay. Shoot it down. Draw a card.
Mind is willing. It's nice to see a familiar face.
Sunfall. Draw a card. It's a lot of cards so far. Opponent's got to be looking at this beanstalk like, what the hell? One is going to put him on a clock here. The Mirix clock is going to start ticking. Hull Breaker Horror. That's a problem. No instant for me at the moment. Oh, they got 4 cards. And they're void rending my beanstalk. Okay. How many more instants do you think they have? I would guess a few. And they're being aggressive. Beanstalk. Will they let me cast it? They might counter it. They will not counter it. I will get a card. They didn't learn that Beanstalk is busted. So, make disappear, is that a card or is it dissipate? Let's see what happens if we put this on the stack. Even if they counter one of these wraths, we have another and we're drawing cards from the beanstalk. So, let's try. I'm trying to expel the interlopers. No more crab cakes. Yeah, had a feeling. Bouncing my beanstalk, okay. Let's see how many more counters they can come up with. Very aggro. They feel good about this. They've got the counters. Attack first. We'll give it a try. What more can we do? Uh-huh. All right, I gotta gain some life. Draw. Go for the throat? Okay. Well done. Kill it. Opponent, your aggro strategy. What happened? They have a feeling so strong. Oh no, Wandering Emperor.
I've learned much.
Well, they did a good job just having a lot of things, didn't they? All right, commune. Cottage. Cottage tapped. Up a beanstalk. There is a Hullbreaker Horror in a graveyard. Lock me down. My God, I love it. Oh no. My beanstalks. Whatever will I do?
Must protect the people.
Draw, draw. Keep them coming. Scorn you. Let's play the other side. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Empty-handed esper, full grip Abzan. What a world we live in. Come here, buddy. Now we just have to be mindful that the opponent could try to bounce it with like an Othawara. Sunfall. Sunfall, sunfall, sunfall. I mean, bouncing it to our own hand is no good, but we could make the opponent cast the spell again. Or we could just let it go. It is too bad it gets exiled. I guess we'll let it go. Make the critters. This seems fun. So let's do it. I want to draw 2 while I remove that thing. Oh my goodness, so many cards. 23 to go. 15 life, 6 poison. Mirrex. The Mirrex strategy has been online since turn 4, and it will carry us to the finish line. Yep. Abzan Control. The Beanstalks take another one. Not sure what to think of this hand. Might be a little bit slow. But, you know, we try. It's a slow deck. Sometimes you get mono-redded for stuff like that. Beanstalk? I don't think I've ever used a commune and hit a Beanstalk. Ganjo's much less effective when the opponent sees it coming. Here comes the ramps. Cut down might be the worst draw in the deck. Opponent did the thing. Let's all clap for them. See if they swing into the Ganjo. Okay then. You can do this. Oh my god, Atraxa. They do have a Mirrex. They do have a negate. And they run their own Beanstalks. That's gonna make things hard. They took a plains. I would say Virtue's not ideal. Do they let me keep my Beanstalk? They stomping? Will they negate to protect this thing? I don't know. Missing land here is bad. They didn't take the beanstalk. I mean, let's try it, and then when they counter it, then we'll Sunfall the next turn. And we might even hit our land. It'd be a weird time to negate. It's not like they have a huge board or anything. They just, I think, really want to flip this invasion. We do hit the land. They'll probably Archangel, transform Zendikar, and protect that board. But at least we're still drawing cards while we get our cards countered. Must be nice. Okay. Let's see if they let me get away with this. If they stop me, we'll still get rid of the beanstalk. We might just let this happen. Like, ooh, I got a 2-for-1. Yeah. Okay. Clear the mana pool. Act now if you're gonna act. They let that happen too. They're putting up with a lot. This be nice. This be nice. Surgical duress would go a long way here. Care to negate? Probably a negate. They can deal me 7. Weird. Celestis is what they're worried about? That sounds like bad threat assessment to me. But what do I know? So what is that? 12-point attack? And draw March. Weird. Very weird choices. Checking graveyard. Another one. Gotta use mana. Another March. Another beanstalk trigger. Dude, I think they just like our opponent's one of those who likes having all the power. So the fact that they have the negate lets them say yes and no to everything, and I think they're going to just keep holding it for as long as they get that nice, pretty feeling. But you gotta watch out. You mess around, you might get messed up. You can't let me have this, right? And that's what they have to negate. Okay. We have to do this because otherwise we're dead to an angel. It'd also be nice to draw another sweeper. I know we've drawn a few, but we do run a lot. I don't think it's crazy to ask for one more. If they're gonna bind my beanstalk, that's silly, but okay. So I keep holding this for their virtue. They're not casting it. So I guess we have to like this. Free the beanstalk. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Backup negate. Ah! The sunfall is there. Lucky bastard.
Command Fest Orlando is coming October 20th to 22nd. So get ready for a weekend full of Magic the Gathering in one of the country's premier vacation destinations. Get your tickets now at CommandFestOrlando.com.